Alright guys, welcome back to the July 23rd, 2005 prototype build of SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. Now, right off the bat, you might be thinking, why am I doing another video on this? I did a pretty thorough coverage of this when this initially dropped and became public a few years back. And yes, that is true. However, if you ever watch my prototype or beta videos, I typically talk about, hey, everything I'm showing here is not going to be everything. Maybe there's some stuff later that comes up, or maybe I want to go back and cover some things a little bit differently, or some things I missed or, didn't put in the video initially. And that's the case here, because there's actually something pretty big. So let's go ahead and start the game. Now, on this build, something we talked about in the original video, and by the way, I'll have the original video linked. It might pop up right now, but I'll have the original part 1 video linked if you haven't seen that, where I initially covered this prototype. If you want to check that out, maybe watch that before this if you want to know more about it. But one thing we talked about here is all these grayed out menu options we couldn't select, right? Well, now we can. Alright, so also in the description, I'm going to drop a code. So credit to this code goes to 47 is cool. So this is a code to bypass the locked menu settings. So this opens up a whole new thing to cover here with this prototype that I wanted to do. So I mean, right off the bat here, you're gonna see a thing that's not even in the retail version, tutorial, and it has the new label on it. So there was gonna be a tutorial under game modes, which got scrapped in the final game. Now, unfortunately, it's not going to be as exciting as we thought, and we'll come back to this, so I think we're going to start with some, less interesting things and work our way up. But yeah, with this code, you can essentially select everything and bypass it. Well, almost everything here. So, yeah, so originally, when I was going to do a follow-up sequel to this video a long time ago, where I was going to port the prototype commentary to the retail game and play some matches. But I ended up scrapping that video because of this, this discovery with the menus. I decided to roll that into this video essentially, so that original commentary video got scrapped. So yeah, let's start with options here. So one thing we talked about here is, what difficulty was this prototype built on? We were speculating normal, so let's go ahead and see if we were right here. So I'll just go through each of the options here. So everything here looks pretty much identical to retail, but it starts to get a little bit more interesting here. So this confirms the prototype build was on normal. So I'm going to go ahead and change it on legend here. So we're also going to be testing, is the prototype AI legend difficulty just as notoriously bad as the retail legend AI, which if you don't know, SBR06 legend is completely unfair. I get legend's obviously supposed to be hard, but this game takes it way too far, where they essentially counter every other move, and it's not even really fun, honestly, to have good matches. But we're going to check it out for sure. Alright, we got our advanced settings here. There is one thing to talk about on this menu. If we go to our custom AI settings, we have a selection that says status for the final product. But if you select it, it's actually just the finisher strength and weapon balancing and stuff like that. So it seems like just the string for it's just wrong here. Sound options. This is where it gets pretty interesting. So you can see in the prototype build, the commentary was turned off, which we saw obviously when we played matches here. So you can turn it on, and you will have the prototype commentary, so we're going to be checking it out. But when we do play matches, we're going to have to lower the music volume because the prototype commentary is way too low. And honestly, it still might be a little bit hard to hear, but we'll see what we can do. But here's where it gets kind of interesting here. Soundtrack setup. Now, unfortunately, when you hit this, nothing happens. It just boots you back. But we're going to be coming back to that a little bit later, because there is something a little bit more interesting with that to talk about. But we'll talk about that a bit later when we go to the locker room section of this video here. Also, with this, the save and load, not really too much to talk about here. I mean, the only thing really to say is when it loads, it looks for, it's labeled as the original SmackDown vs. Raw. Actually, hold on, I'll cut real quick and show you that. I gotta put in a memory card, though. Alright, so we're back on the memory card, and I'll just show you real quick. Again, this isn't really, too much that's interesting here, but yeah, it says WWE SmackDown vs. Raw instead of SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, so. Because obviously, if you don't know, these games are built on the last year's game almost always, so there's typically a lot of leftover stuff here while it's being developed, but otherwise, PSP connection does not work, credits does not work either. There you go, that's the options portion here. So let's go ahead and move on. Let's do the online now. Unfortunately, the online is a little bit disappointing. I'll show you how far I can get, but I can't recall. I think I might have done a video showing off the online lobby system or something like that, which you can actually still get into it, but in SBR06, it will crash before booting the game. But in this, I can't even get to the lobby, so hold on. I'll have to cut to get the thing set up, so I'll see you in a second. Alright, so I went ahead and made some modifications here to the game. Now, I'll show you how far I can actually get in the online mode. Again, this isn't going to be interesting because, like I said, I cannot even get to the lobby system. But you see here the end user license agreement, or whatever you want to call this. Like, it's just like a bunch of numbers and please wait, so it's not even in there. So I accept these numbers, so let's go ahead and load our network config real quick. Now again, in the original Xbox 6, you can, with modifications, get back into the lobby, but unfortunately you cannot start up a match, doesn't work. You can in the original SmackDown vs. Raw, that still works, so you can see I bypassed the DNAS. So we're just gonna make an account here. Okay, please don't steal my account, guys. Sometimes this crashes though before I can even get in there, but hopefully the farthest I've gotten is, you know, logging in and then it just doesn't load up the lobby, which I've tested it multiple times. It doesn't seem to work, but okay, yep. And that's it. That's as far as it goes. It's gonna give me an error message here in a minute, but fortunately I can't get in the lobby. I'd love to see like what it looked like or if it was even finished, but cannot seem to get that far. Yep, so I get this error every time, but there we go. That is the online portion. Again, not that exciting, but I figured I'd be pretty thorough with this video, typically like I am with the betas, so there you go. So we'll move on to the next category. Alright, next thing to cover here is going to be the locker room. So this has some very interesting stuff, so let's check it out. So we're gonna select the locker room. Alright, so a lot of things to talk about here. Let's just go through it section by section here. Let's start at the desk, actually. Let's go over. Alright, so first thing you're gonna notice is a bunch of Batistas everywhere. So let's just take a look at our desk here. So challenge mode does not work. The Royal Rumble entry number from the season mode is there. For some reason, doesn't work. WWE shop, you can see the shop items. They're all placeholder things. Some of these you can actually buy, which there is a way to get cash in this prototype build. So I'll buy these things, but from what I've seen, it literally does nothing, so there's not much to talk about here. These weren't even ready yet. Even like the locker room items, like it's all press start button, which is the default string value, so not much to talk about there. Profile stats does work. Again, I don't know if it necessarily like saves or whatever, but there you go. And then captions, which the headphones, the textures look messed up, does not let you select it. And then let's go over here. So this is where it gets really interesting. Remember earlier when I was talking about the options, there was a soundtrack setup option? Well, actually in your locker room, if you go over to your sound system, you can select it here. Again, soundtrack setup comes up, but unfortunately you cannot pick this. So this explains why the audio systems were in the locker room, because it appears, again, this is just my speculation. I was not a developer in this game. I'm just like speculating based off what I've seen this prototype build. It seems like you were able to maybe turn on and off songs. So is this like a precursor to the 2K jukebox, honestly? Like, it's pretty crazy. So it seems like that was a removed feature. Unfortunately, it does not function in this prototype, but yeah, it seems like you're going to be able to turn on and off certain songs, which would have been cool. And it also explains why the sound system is even in the locker room. It wasn't just a decoration. It was actually going to be something you could use, which is pretty cool. All right, moving over, there's another Batista. Entertainment Center is a little bit different. So rather than loading screen manager, this is actually a photo album. Unfortunately, it does not work. I cannot select it, which sucks. But also, you can scroll over to the TV, and you have a movie viewer. So were you going to be able to watch like Titantrons or something, like Raw 2 or something? Unfortunately, it does not work either. So that was another cut feature, it seems. So that would have been pretty cool. All right, move over to our trophy case. Now, with the exception of one thing, there's not much to say here. The trophies, I cannot select and look at them and rotate them like the retail game. But I'll just go through each one. There is one that is different, the Tough Enough Tutorial Trophy. So, you know, obviously in the retail version of this game, this trophy is something like what, like win 10 matches to create a superstar or something like that with the create a superstar. This is a tutorial trophy, which we're gonna come back to this in a second. So, but yeah. 100 exhibition wins, and match veteran. So there you go. Let's go over to our trophy, or our belt space, I guess. So not much to say here besides some of these textures are messed up, like WWE Championship. I don't know what's going on with that. And IC title. Again, I cannot select any of these, so yeah. Let's go over our training corner, customize attributes. Fortunately, it does not do anything. I'm assuming because I have no creative wrestlers. And then your lockers or costume assignments does not do anything, so obviously that is meant for the season mode. If you're playing someone with multiple costumes, you can change. Before we exit the locker room, I'll show you the start menu. So locker room customization doesn't do anything, unfortunately, which sucks. You're stuck with all these Batistas everywhere. Save and load does not do anything. Return to the locker room does work, obviously, but there you go. We'll go ahead and exit our locker room. Oh, actually, the door doesn't even work. I didn't even know that. So the door does not work, but you can back out with triangle. Now, you might be asking, like, this prototype build has multiple profiles on it. Do these profiles have different locker rooms? From what I've seen, no. I went through each one of them. I'll just load up one here real quick to show you. And to be honest, these profiles on the prototype build, I think they all seem to be the exact same thing. So, like, I really don't even know. Like, maybe they were just for, like, testing or something. Just look around here. Zoom in on that Batista right there. Yeah, so unfortunately, doesn't do anything. So there you go. That was the locker room. Okay, actually, a little bit cut back to the locker room. So I guess one thing to mention here is the chair is completely messed up. There's parts missing on the object. And let's show me buying those test items. So I went ahead and acquired some cash, which I'll be showing how to do that later in the video. It's basically just making credit championships and selling them off. You don't really lose any money. So some of these I can't buy, but let's just buy the ones I can. So again, these test buy things here. Wow, these are expensive. I can't even actually buy all these, but I guess there's really no point in me buying all these, but to my knowledge, they don't do anything that I'm aware of because everything's just unlocked anyways. But yeah, this is me. They just all say test buy. Same thing. There you go. So that is the locker room. Alright, so moving on up, let's go to the create modes, next category. So this is a little bit interesting, I suppose. So let's start with create championship and work our way up. So create championship. There's really not much I want to say here. The only thing really is a lot of these like menu things are like they need some localization cleanup in like the text. So like, you know, new creation single, new creation tag team, belt engraving, cash in, championship info. We might see some later test. You might see some later, but there's really not much to say here. I didn't really see anything different, so I'm really not going to go through this too in depth at all, really. Yeah, but if you want to get money in this prototype build, this is how you do it, because well, I don't have any cash now, but like it gives you a certain amount of cash and you can just keep selling these off. It's weird, but I'll just make something here. Jay's champion. Actually, don't even have enough money to buy this. It's weird because before it was giving me, it was just giving me like free cash. Let's just make something cheap. Actually, I can't even afford any of this now. All right, hold on. I guess I'll reset the game and to get more cash. Give me a second. All right, we're back. Reset the game. So I'll show you what happens normally. So an original championship is creation. Creation spelled wrong, by the way. That's what I'm talking about. Like some of the text needs a little bit of cleanup, you know, some polishing. Right, so let's make a default champion. You can see it just gives me $20,000. So this is how I got that cash before. I would just make a championship and then just keep selling it off. Obviously, with Cheat Engine, I could probably manipulate the values, but you know, again, I'm not going to go through this really pretty much at all. All right, whatever. Kay is now the champion. Do you make it? Create. Test. The belt was bought. I'm not going to save. So championship info now works. The default champion. Again, really not much to say here. You know, belt engraving. A lot of this is standard, like the retail game. You can see prestigious spelled wrong. Again, I'm not going to go through all of these, like, you know, spelling errors and like bad English stuff. It's really not that exciting in my opinion, but you know. Cash in. Test. The belt was sold off. Farewell. Alright, so our next category is going to be create a stable. So, a few interesting things to talk about here, so let's go into it. Alright, you can see here there's some stables already made. So there's Evolution Test, Team Angle Test, Stable Test Max, which I'm assuming is the stable level, Stable Test 3, Eugene and Regal, Bastion Brothers, La Resistance, Regal and Tajiri, Hassan Davari, and that's it. So let's just select one. Let's select Evolution Test here. So one thing to talk about here is the entrance list. This is all the original SmackDown versus Raw stuff. Now, unfortunately, none of these work because none of these Titantrons are in here. But, you know, I just thought that would be interesting to point out here. Same thing with music. None of them actually work. Interesting how, like, the actual BGM soundtracks are here, too, because obviously, like, you know, in this prototype, we know they haven't got the retail soundtrack in there yet, but this is the original SmackDown versus Raw one. Team attribute, you can see, like, I have a bunch of experience for some reason. Now, here's where it gets kind of interesting, this sample. So this is different than retail. Let's load it up here. So we got sample 1, sample 2, sample 3, Bushwhackers, Haas and Jackie, but it's Charlie Haas and Christy Hemme. So I was kind of wondering, like, so if you didn't know, Miss Jackie was supposed to be in this game, and I guess Scott J says he has a build with Jackie in it, but that's not public, so I've never been able to get my hands on that Jackie model. But I'm kind of wondering, when Jackie was cut from the game, did Christy Hemme take her slot, or is this just like a random thing? Because she's gone from the game at this point, so I don't know. Because, you know, in the retail game, like, the missing, the no-model slots for Luther Reigns and Maven are still there with, like, movesets and stuff, but you can't find anything for Jackie besides her entrance, so kind of makes you wonder here. Or these could just be samples for the entrance motions, because I don't think the Bushwhackers are supposed to be in this game, unless I'm wrong, I don't know, but their entrance is, so. You got Normal, DX, NWO, Kurt, Luther, and Gingerak. Which, are you even allowed to type a stable name that long? But what's interesting, if you load up the Team Angle one, it's Heidenreich instead of Luther Reigns, even though Luther Reigns is still in this build, though he was disabled normally. Yeah, no, it fits. And then that's it, yeah. So I just thought that was interesting to point out these stables here. And then, I mean, that's really it for the create stable mode. Alright, so next category is going to be create an entrance. Now, not too much to talk about here, but the description's kind of funny. The entrance production of the Superstar made it is changed. So what's interesting, if you select this, the user interface is not done yet, so the entrance preview here is pretty primitive. But I'll go ahead and break down what's all in here. So you can see here, you got your MOT is motion. So you got your intro, stage, ramp, ring in, and ring. So just like the advanced entrance editor in game. And then these numbers correspond to the ID of the advanced entrance motion. So these are just like, all the advanced motions aren't in the game yet, it seems, but these are like, certain people's advanced entrance motions are in the game, so I can create something here. I don't know who's who here, I don't have them written down, but yeah. And then if I want to go down, cam 0 through 3 is camera, so that's pretty obvious here. So I'll just put some random values here for, we'll just make a random entrance. I'm not going to go through this too in depth because, like I said, a lot of these advanced motions are not in this prototype build. I could port over the retail ones, but it's not really worth it. LT is going to be your lighting, so I'll just put some random values. Again, I do not know which values correspond to which lighting in game. It's going to put random stuff. And then fire is actually pyro, which I don't know if this is actually going to work because I don't know if a lot of these particles are even in the game. We'll just put random ones. So once you pick your stuff here, you hit X to start, and it's going to play your custom motion here. Oh, there it goes. I was going to say, I was supposed to. I tested this out earlier, so I just picked some random values here. Okay, this looks like we got Eugene stuff. It's Austin with the WWE Championship for some reason. Again, I don't know if any of this pyro is going to go up because I know, you know, normally in the game you set off when you want it to go off, but it didn't seem like there was an option there. But I mean, it's just interesting to see, like, you know, there's the smoke at least. It's just interesting to see, like, you know, these modes before the user interface was even done. Titantron is having some troubles. Yeah, again, it's gonna be not much to talk about here. I mean, this is really all we're gonna see. Guess I chose the longest entrance possible, I guess. Alright, there you go. So then you hit select and it actually kicks you back to the main menu, and that's it. So that was the advanced entrance editor before you even had a user interface, which is pretty interesting. Alright, next one to go over is going to be create a moveset. Now, this is interesting. Now, actually, it's been so long since my original beta video, I don't recall if I ported these moves over to the retail to show off. Again, if I did, I suppose I probably said at the time I'm not going to go through each one of them, and that's going to be the case here. So I'm not going to go through every move. So, like, I don't even have a list. There's some moves that were removed from SmackDown versus Raw that are still in this prototype. So in theory, you could port them over to retail SPR06 if you want to get in depth, which is cool. But I don't have that list on me, and I'm not going to like go through all that effort. But just pick somebody. So Andre the Giant. So one thing that's interesting here is index/reference. Now, I can select this. It doesn't do anything, but sometimes it crashes the game, so it's a little bit of a risk here, but I'll do it just to show it off. So index reference, I hit it, nothing happened, and I'm soft locked. I can't do anything. So sometimes it lets me back out, sometimes it doesn't. So I actually don't know what this is referring to. At first I was thinking auto setting, but auto setting is on the menu, so I don't know. I don't know what this is, but if you have any theories, go ahead and drop them, but I'm going to reset the game, and I'll see you in a second. Alright, so we're back on the create a moveset. So again, I may or may not have covered this in the initial video, so I'm just going to be quick here. So certain things on here, like there's a taunt label for Kenzo. Unfortunately, there's no animation. So Kenzo Suzuki was also going to be someone in this game who was cut, unfortunately. Though he did appear in DOR2, which is cool, but it would have been nice to have him in this game as well. Then also, you'll notice a bunch of animations labeled with X. These are... let's just call them slots, I guess, or whatever you want to call them. Animation IDs that don't actually have an animation, so nothing happens, though. Doesn't seem like that's necessarily true, because I did find a few that actually did work. You can see Maven's Taunt here, which Maven's Taunt is in the retail game, but it's not here. But, yeah, I forgot who it was. It might have been, like, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, somebody. Yeah, so not all of them, but to me, again, I'm just speculating, because, like I said, a crowd noise with it. I'm just speculating because obviously it didn't work on this game, but it seems like in general, like the ones with X, you know, Eugene Hogan, the ones with X don't have animations, but again, there are some exceptions here, as you can see. And then, like I said, there are some moves that were removed from SmackDown vs. Raw that were in here, but not going to go through all of them. Again, if you want to, feel free to. Because I was talking to somebody about some of these moves. I think that's like some choke slams or something. Like, skip around, I guess. I don't know. Actually, I think I remember one. Is the hold on, where is it? My favorite move, and here comes the pain. Let me find it real quick. No! Game crash! Yeah, so I don't know if I showed this off in the original video, but this is the crash handler if something happens. So it looks like move list. There was some code that was not found, and it crashed. So we'll see you in a second. All right, I'm back, though. I am going to be wrapping up on this section here because, like I said, if I ported this over to the retail in the original video, that's a smarter move because this crashes a lot. So it was, I can't remember which one. One of these choke slams got removed, but it would also be interesting to compare possibly like the stats. Maybe the move damage was changed or something, but there you go. That was the create a move set. If you want to go through more in depth, feel free. I mean, I guess we could go fighting stance. I mean, but the only thing interesting, which I believe I covered in the original video, if I can find it, like some of the you know, preset taunts of like people that aren't even like that were like removed from, or were in last year's game but not in here, like taunts. Like I think some of these are able, like, you know, like Brutus Beefcake, you know, Molly Holly, people that were in last year's game, Bubble Ray Dudley, stuff like that. There you go, that was create a moveset. Alright, so next category is going to be customized attributes. Now it is grayed out, but for some reason it does let me select it. And what's interesting here is it brings up the in-game roster, which you normally can't do this. There was a hack made by a modder back in the day that allowed you to do this, but it looks like, I don't know if this was originally planned maybe, but what's interesting though is if I change somebody, like, it doesn't seem to affect anything. So I put his submission at 10. Are you sure? Yes. And then it doesn't actually do anything, so I don't know. I mean, wondering, maybe were they planning to do season stats like last year's game or not? I don't know. Were they gonna let you change this? I don't know. Though this can easily be done with hacking the game, but yeah, there you go. That's really all there is to say about that. And then final category of the create mode is create a superstar. So it's going to be kind of similar to create an entrance. You're going to see the create a superstar mode without the completed user interface, which is pretty interesting here. So you can see you load it up here. Looks a little glitchy for a second until it loads in. And then it loads in, and what's kind of cool about this is you can see like the textures of your create a wrestler in the background. So, I mean, could this be useful for like modding maybe to like make someone in this prototype and then like just cut out the texture to use for like a mod or something? I don't know, but yeah, again, I'm not going to go through all this because there's a lot, and maybe there's differences, maybe, I don't know, but you know, you can choose like the base between man and woman, and then it changes here. And again, this is just it's pretty much from what I've seen. Again, I didn't go through everything, but it seems like it's very similar to the retail, just obviously there's no UI. Like if I put on an arm accessory here, you can actually see the texture update in real time. Like at the bottom there, it adds like my texture here. So like if I'll do something like let's see if I can find like facial hair, mustache. All right, there we go. So if I add a mustache, look at on my face texture, it actually added it in real time. So again, this is pretty cool. Again, I kind of wonder if there's any utility to this for like modding standards. Like, but who would actually want to? Like, it seems like it'd be pretty hard to make somebody in this. It'd be kind of annoying. But yeah, it's pretty interesting here. I mean, let's do some attire parts, and I guess we'll do the female one real quick. Some of these don't seem to work, unfortunately. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I got a half mask, I guess. I don't even know what I'm making here. I mean, you can just like the colors again. Like here's my my layer list here. Again, like I said, it's just pretty much like it's just the create a wrestler mode with the non-user interface. So go back. Let's switch to woman. I guess do a few things here. Now I think this did crash on me before, so. Costume. All right, what do we got here in costumes? Yeah, there we go. Glasses. Actually, glasses like I added down like lower. It's pretty cool. Again, like I don't really have a plan for that. I'm just kind of doing stuff. Maybe someone could do this more in depth, and like, you know, you want textures from some of this like easily without having to like go through the game or something. I mean, to me, what's most interesting about this is that like it actually like in real time shows what you're putting on, and it like adjusts the texture. So I guess this is what goes on behind the scenes in the game, the stuff you don't normally see. UK and America here. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's really it. Now, I guess when I go start game, I think it crashes. Let's see. Start game. Yep. So, to my knowledge, at least from my poking around, again, maybe someone wants to go through this more in depth. You can't actually like save any of these create a wrestlers in the prototype version. If I go exit, it doesn't save. But what's weird, if I go exit and go back in, like it saves what I did, but I don't think I can ever actually use the create a wrestler in the prototype version, from what I've seen at least. Maybe there's a way if someone wants to poke around with that, but there you go. That's really all I'm going to cover with the creation suite of the game here. Pretty interesting stuff to see, like things without the user interface, but we're going to go ahead and move on. Alright, next category to cover here is game mode. So let's go ahead and select game mode. So right off the bat, what's interesting is you have one entry that's not even on the retail game. Tutorial explains the operation method. So unfortunately, it's a little disappointing. So originally in our locker room, we saw the Tough Enough trophy was originally the Tough Enough tutorial trophy. So I'm assuming you got that trophy for beating this tutorial. But unfortunately, this tutorial isn't actually the tutorial mode, though it's labeled new. When you select it, it's actually the event editor. Now, if you don't know what this event editor is, this appears in various prototypes of the WWE/WWF games. It's essentially a way to preview events in the game. And if you don't know, events are cutscenes, basically, in entrances. That's what they refer to them as. That's what Youth calls them, events. So any animation in the game, whether it's a season mode cutscene, a win animation, an entrance motion, stuff like that, it lets you select an animation ID. So let's just pick one here. Shake Hand 2. So you can edit the event. You can edit the stage this takes place on, so the arena basically. The actors, so which character is. So right now it's got Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton, and then camera, which if it has multiple cameras or not. And then you're also able to play at 30 or 60 FPS, which is cool. So you can get footage of 60 FPS entrances or win motions, stuff like that. So let's just play this one. Shake Hand 2. Let's see what this is. Okay. I can't even see because of this thing. Hold on, let's do this in a different arena. Now, I do not have the arena IDs written down, so I'm just going to pick SmackDown, which is 0. Oh my god. Arena ID 65,535. Yeah. Okay, so let's just do SmackDown, which is always 0. Watch that in 60 FPS. Let's see the shake hands animation. Yo, respect, Ray. Look at that. So there you go. So this event editor, I've talked about how it's in various WWE games. It's very useful for modding. We used it to test ported entrances in SVR 11/SVR Anthology. So very useful tool. So it's nice to finally have this for SVR 06. So could get into entrance modding for this game and test them out a little bit better, because this is way easier to test things out on than the actual game. But with this, I figured I'm just gonna play what I think are the interesting animations. So with this, it's missing a lot of the season cutscenes, or we'll get back to season cutscenes as well when we go to the story mode section of this video. There are some that are in there that are done, but they don't have facial animations, they don't have audio, stuff like that. So to me, those aren't that interesting. So I'm not going to show all these IDs. A lot of the entrances are the same, stuff like that. I will show all these test motions, and that's probably going to be about it. I'll play them in 60 FPS as well. I'll probably just assign random actors and stuff like that. But there you go. So let's go ahead and watch a lot of these test motions. Okay, I'm just gonna interject real quick here. So this test animation here is labeled locker room. And normally it just like does some clips around the user locker room, but instead I changed the stage ID to, in the retail game it would be ECW One Night Stand, but in this prototype build it's labeled as approval. I think I showed it off in the original video, but I figured why not? Let's just show this animation with that unfinished arena. Okay, so I'm going to interject here again. So this animation test 00, it bugs out the prototype version. So I'll show you what I mean here. Seems like it happens every time. I tested a few times. So this is all the animation is here. Just like a quick intro, then it stops. So I'm just gonna skip it and watch what happens. Like the textures get all messed up, and then when I leave, like the game is like completely messed up now, like flickering, and like there's like this weird filter over it. Like, oh god. So I just thought I'd include that. Alright, so I figured I'd include this one too. I was debating whether or not to actually include this, but this is the bar brawl win animation, which it's the same. However, the textures for some reason glitch out when I watch this one, which is weird because you can play the bar brawl in this prototype and it seems fine, so I'm not sure what's going on. I figured I'd just include it because why not? Okay, I guess similar things for the backstage in the parking lot, so I'm just gonna throw these in here. I might cut this, I don't know, we'll see. Alright, so that's just gonna about do it for the event preview tool. At least the stuff I found interesting. Again, like there's so many different combinations. You can switch actors, you know, event objects as well. So you could have like, you know, different props in the cutscenes. You can mess around. Again, to me, the biggest utility of this is for modding, testing stuff out. I did this for Anthology with some of the event preview tools from like SVR 11 and stuff. Only other things to mention here, I guess it's interesting to point out that it seems like in most cases Randy Orton is the default actor of this game, which if you don't know, usually each game has like a default actor for the cutscenes they use. If I recall in SVR, I think it's Chris Benoit, and like the later SVRs it becomes John Cena. I don't know all of them, but I just thought it was interesting. Randy Orton seems to be the default guy for stuff for this game. Only other thing is there's an edit game option where I can change stuff here, but most of the time this ends up soft locking the game when I try to do it. I mean, stage works. You can see it's changing the event properties up there. Not quite sure what this does. I think there's something similar in one of the SVR games where you can like load up a demo of the game or something and play it, but it seems like here it doesn't seem to work unless, like, there's so many different combinations, like, I'm not quite sure. So, I mean, maybe someone wants to mess around with this and see, but in my case, it seems like most of the time it either does nothing or like it soft locks the game. I guess I'll try it one more time. I don't know, like game, like I don't know what this, because there's nothing to select there. I can go back up to like to play, but I mean, most of the time it's just soft locks, or sometimes it plays the animation too. I don't know, but if you soft lock here, this is gonna do it for the event preview tool. Again, very cool to see this for SVR 6. could be useful for testing modded entrance motions, which I don't know if that's something I'll probably get into. Pretty much only do that for SVR 11, but I mean, we'll see. Maybe someone else could use this, but yeah, it seems like we're soft locked, so there you go. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next category. Okay, next category is going to be the pay-per-view mode. So, does the WWE pay-per-view match make? That's the description for it. So unfortunately, you just can't use it for some reason. Even though like this is lit up, I can't. So like that's all there is to say about this. It just doesn't work. So there you go. That was pay-per-view mode. Alright, so up next is going to be GM mode. Now, I was really excited for this, but when I dove into it, unfortunately, it's pretty disappointing. But let's go ahead and talk about it. So, general management, we're going to go ahead and select it here. Alright, so what's interesting is you can hit continue, but I'm going to come back to that. So, first, I'm going to go new. Let's do edit available roster here. So, you can see, like, a lot of stuff with this prototype. A lot of the UI menus are not actually done here, but you can still see everybody here, so it's pretty cool. Go to info here, you can see, like, again, there's no UI stuff. It just is like popularity 94.0. I guess there's decimals in the popularity. Yeah, actually, I don't know why there's decimals. I've never seen like a decimal on any of these. Weird. Okay, but there you go. So we're gonna go ahead and draft a roster. So I'm gonna select Raw. I'm gonna select multiplayer because this is interesting. So in the retail game, when you draft rosters and like it randomizes who gets the first pick. But in here, it actually shows you a coin flip, which is not in the retail game. So I'm gonna show you real quick. So I can select either heads or tails. I'm gonna select tails, I guess. Tails, I won. Let's go. All right, so necessary roster, like, again, just like a few like string differences, stuff like that. But yeah, that coin flip thing is interesting here. And then I can go ahead and pick who I want here. Again, like the UI is just not done here, so picking Maven. Popularity 79. Maven, 1 year he signed. And then for some reason you can just bypass all that. I can literally just have Maven on my roster. That's it. This is my roster. Oh no, I can't do anything. Okay, well, anyways, I'm not gonna pick a full roster here. It doesn't matter here. SmackDown. I have no wrestlers and it lets you do that for some reason. Hello GM world. So this is something you commonly see in like programming and stuff when they're testing any like syntax or text display, stuff like that. It just says like hello world. So they got hello GM world. This is pretty funny. It's like a placeholder. Alright, so in the GM mode, like I said, this is pretty disappointing. So up first here, if I go to schedule, I cannot book any shows. Regardless if I had a full roster or not, does not matter. It sucks. I cannot book any shows, so we're done there. So let's just move down. Email. So I can't get any emails because nothing's going to happen. I can view my rosters here. So Maven. Then renegotiate the contract, releasing. You can see like the stats. Again, broken record here, but the UI stuff is just not there. Rivalries does not work. Post trades does not work, unfortunately. Free agency. So I can go ahead and like sign some people here. Adjust credit superstar attributes, and then this is interesting. Developmental league. Unfortunately, I cannot get in there. I was thinking maybe if I could maybe create a superstars or something, but I would love to see what that is, but you just can't because you can't save any creator wrestlers. Again, I don't even know if that's what this was for, but yeah, developmental league does not work. Could have been interesting to see what this actually would have been, but does not work. Like I said, the GM mode in this is disappointing, so yeah. And that, I mean, that's pretty much it here. I mean, none of these reports work. Can't hire trainers. I mean, again, like interesting stuff here. Income sheet. I mean, news. Fan support, it looks like. Save. Well, okay, it crashed. Great. I'll see you in a second. Alright, so we rebooted the game here. I'm going to show you what happens if you hit continue, which is grayed out, but it still lets you, so really not much to say here. It just puts you on Raw with like an empty roster here, so would be interesting to see what this developmental league thing is. But yeah, there's really nothing I can do here, you know. love to see the higher trainers and stuff too, but yeah, I had no money as well, but yeah, I mean, that's really about it. I mean, I guess I could show you like the default rosters, which I don't know if it actually like changed. So like SmackDown. So default champions is pretty interesting. There's nobody set. I'm just gonna leave it. Below GM World. Yeah, again, I have to compare. I don't know if this is any different, but there's that cursed beta Trish Stratus. Again, like I did a part 1 of this video if you want to see like model differences and stuff like that. But I mean, that's really about it. I guess, again, very disappointing, but like I said, a developmental league would have been interesting, you know, higher trainers. Would have been cool to see like exactly how that would have worked, but I can't, unfortunately, so that'll about do it for GM mode. Alright, so last thing to cover in the game modes category is going to be season mode, so let's check this out. The description is pretty funny. According to the schedule, mode to fight as for 1 year. Yes, of course. So when we bring it up here, once again, there's no UI or anything. Actually, it's kind of like a tool to preview stuff, so let's go through each one. So script is the different storyline IDs, so it's kind of funny because I was doing my 06 playthrough. I'm pretty sure I have all these written down as to like which story this goes to when I was like you know, doing like the additional cutscenes and stuff like that, but not all these are complete and stuff like that, so I'm not going to go through each one of these, but we'll just go through a few. Scene is the cutscene of each storyline. Now it goes up pretty high, but not all storylines have this many cutscenes, obviously, so might get some crashes or stuff like that. Player is the main character of the season mode. It's interesting here, like it's graying out some people you can't use. So like for example, 25 is Luther Reigns, but I swear when I was doing this yesterday, like prepping for this video, it let me pick whoever I want, but now it's not letting me do that, and I have no idea why, because I was doing stuff with like Maven and Luther Reigns and stuff, and now it just does not let me do that, which is pretty crazy. So I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, let's just do script 0, scene 101. Now, not all these have audio, and like a lot of the cutscenes aren't finished with stuff like rope physics, facial animations, audio. So I'm not gonna play all of these. There could be some differences, but again, a lot of these storyline stuff, from my understanding, are set up way ahead of time. So that's why stuff like people are wondering like why Spike Dudley wasn't cut from the game. Well, he's involved in the ECW storyline, so that's probably why he was still in the game. But yeah, and then text lets you change like any like the string at the end of the cutscene. I'll leave it blank for now, but I'll play around with it. I don't know all the values and stuff, but yeah, let's just play one here. Then it gives you this screen here. I'm not quite sure what this is, to be honest. So like for example, Chris Jericho is who I picked as my main character. Yeah, I don't know. And Triple H and Flair are in the cutscene, I believe, in this one. So maybe that's I don't know what the numbers correspond to though.
Oh, would you look at this?
Yeah, so this is one of the ones that actually has audio here.
Are double teaming him now, and this match is over. By God!
By God!
He was asking for it, JR.
Get to watch the horribly motion capture moves in 06 season. I will never forget my playthrough. I made fun of how bad the moves looked, and there was like a couple people defending the games, like saying they look good. I'm like, nah, dude, it looked bad. Compared to next year's game, they greatly improved it. It looks so awkward in season mode. And I'm only talking about the cutscenes, not the actual moves. But yes, I can change. So like, I know 27's Trish Stratus. It lets me pick her for some reason. Hopefully this is one that works. Oh yeah, here we go.
Hey, I saw what Triple H and Flair pulled last
Beta cursed Trish Stratus.
Really old. You okay?
I'll live. But they're not gonna get off that easy.
Yeah, and also the player character in all of these cutscenes, if it actually has audio, it just plays that generic creator wrestler voice.
One of you. Dude, you've got to even that up.
What do you have in mind?
Hey, I'm one of the few guys in the Raw locker room who's pinned Triple H for a 3 count. I don't have an Intercontinental title defense tonight. So how about you and me team up and give Triple H and Flair a little payback?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me, Sean, but I got one question. This is the women's locker room. What are you doing here?
World Heavyweight Champ, my stock goes up. And when I hit him with the T-bone and pin him again, I'll be that much closer to earning the World Heavyweight title match I deserve. Let's do this.
I mean, he honestly does deserve. I really thought around this time when like Shelton was doing like his program and stuff with Triple H, I thought that was gonna elevate him and shoot him up because Shelton always got great crowd reaction. So just never got to that next level, unfortunately, which you could probably blame the WWE for that. But that's not the point of this video, though. Let's move on. So sometimes it actually plays like the next cutscene. I guess if it's like a sub cutscene, the same one. But here's an example with no audio, no rope physics as well. I'm trying to look. It looks like there's no facial animations either. So like a lot of these are not. Look, yeah, look at Trish. Oh my god, I need a still shot of her. She looks dead. Oh god, it's kind of funny because some of these cutscenes like they look dead anyways. But like I don't know, it's just funny. But yeah, no finger animations either. So like it's like a rough version of it. Again, I'm not gonna go through each one because like I mean there might be some funny things in here, but I'm not gonna go through each one because like. This is the case for most of them. It's like, you know, no audio, no facial animations, no rope physics, no finger animations, stuff like that. But I mean, we'll go through a few of them, I guess. Just pick some random people. I don't know why it's not letting me pick Maven and Luther Reigns, even though that was, Oh, actually, I know why it's not letting me. I gotta reset the game. I think I have a theory why it's not letting me. Look at Shell. Can't you tell he's in so much pain, guys? I cannot believe Flair and Triple H have done this, man. Yeah, obviously no rope physics. Right, there you go. So I'm gonna reset the game, see if my theory is correct, and get back to you guys. Okay, so you can see ID 25 and 84, which is Luther Reigns and Maven. They now work. The reason why it wasn't working before is because I was using an unmodified prototype copy where they're disabled. So again, if you remember my first video, which again I'll have links if you want to check it out, Maven and Luther Reigns are in this build, but they're initially disabled. So I actually released like a small patch file that you can apply to your prototype build to enable them. So that's why they weren't showing up. So yeah, so we can do something with Luther Reigns and Maven, I guess. So let's just pick another. Let's just see what. I'll just do 100 because it's safe. Let's just pick some random text too. I don't know what we're gonna get here. So it looks like this is the Edge and Christian storyline with Eugene. Hopefully it works. Again, like some of these will crash. Okay, no audio. It looks like rope physics are there. God, look how bad that spear looked. Oh, Eugene's gone! Oh no. Looks like we got facial animations too, yeah. No, please, you're gonna injure him. Stop. Earl, do something, man. I mean, I guess this doesn't matter because your player character doesn't even appear in this cutscene. God, that cursed beta Trish Stratus with the horrible hair. Retail model is so much better, dude. And again, with that event preview tool, actually it's better because you can like swap the actors in this cutscene, so a little bit more fun. So that's why I'm a little hesitant to like show off a lot here because again, I can just go to the event preview tool under that tutorial category and like see each one and whatever. But I figured just show off the game mode a little bit here. So there should be some text at the end because we selected text, hopefully. Guys, Regal's injured. I can't believe it, man. Earl's just frozen. No, it did not play any text. Okay, let's just try one. I swear I tried this before and like it would just put random text. Alright, Luther Reigns is here now. Okay, no audio for this. I feel like a lot of these actually don't have audio when I tested, but of course everyone remembers the storyline. You gotta step in, team up with Eugene. Someone needs to do a Luther Reigns season playthrough. I'm only watching this because I hope the text thing pops up because I want to at least show that off. And then I'm probably only gonna do like a few more cutscenes because I think some of the storylines don't even have cutscenes yet. Again, the event preview tool will give you way more details. We could check things. So I don't want to be here too long because there's really not much to say. So like the only interesting thing to show is like some of these aren't finished. Like obviously with audio, facial animations, rope physics, stuff like that. Just need to get that text to pop up. No, it did not work again. I don't know if it's certain values that work or what. Let's go random scripts. Let's get Maven in there here. Maybe Maven can save us. Let's never forget. 84 is Maven. Okay, that did not work. Let's just try 100, usually the safest. Okay, so it looks like script 7 does not work. Let's try 8. Again, maybe like some of the later cutscenes work. I don't feel like going through all this. Okay. Hey guys, Maven here. This Maven model is so good though. It's such a shame he was cut from the game, man. If only he could have been involved in a season storyline so they could not have cut him. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, the text could be referring to the subtitles, but I swear when I picked text before, like it would just like show up some random text at the end of the cutscene, but now it's just not doing it. But there's no way for me to turn on captions in this. Like, I know there's that thing in the locker room I showed off earlier, but it doesn't let you do anything with it, so. I guess maybe it could be interesting to extract all the like the string files of like the subtitles and stuff, but like probably not much there. I mean, maybe I could look into that. No, it did not work again. Maybe I'll pick a really high number. I think it's gonna go right into another cutscene actually. Okay, so this is the Undertaker storyline. I guess I'll just skip. Let's just pick like a really high number. Script 10. Nope. Script 11. Youngboy 11. Like it's loading something. Oh yeah, actually this is something I wanted to show off. So, oh, here we go. So this is what I was getting before, but it could be part of the script thing as well. So this is the ECW storyline. So some of these cutscenes have this placeholder thing where it's just your wrestler T-posing. I believe I showed that off in the event preview tool. Let's go back to that. Let's try like let's see if the text changes or if that's part of the script. Again, I'm spending way more time on this. It's really not that interesting. It's like the interesting stuff was shown off in the first 5 seconds. Okay, no, it's the same thing. So it seems like, I guess the text might be subtitles, which doesn't seem to work. But I guess that's really all I'm gonna do with that. I don't really know what else to talk about. So there you go. That was the script preview tool, I suppose, for the season mode. All right, so I figured I'd extract all the subtitles from the prototype, and I'm not gonna go through all this, but to me, it looks like stuff is mostly the same. Again, like I'm scrolling through this fast, like I really, because like I said, I'm pretty sure the story mode stuff is like written and approved and all like way ahead of time. That's why you see like Spike Dudley was still in the game and stuff like that. But you know, just for the fun of it, I tried to search like Maven or like Luther Reigns to see, but no, not in there. Like, I mean maybe there's some differences here. Actually, you know what? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna extract the retail subtitles and then compare real quick. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I'm back. We're gonna go ahead and compare now. Unfortunately, it seems like there's some stuff here. Okay, so I think we have to delete. Let's make them line up and then try to compare again. Okay, so they line up now. Let's compare data. So yeah, I don't know. There's some like garbage in front of everything, so that doesn't line up. So this didn't work out as well as I thought, but yeah. Never mind. This is a bad idea. It'll probably cut from the video. But yeah. So there you go. Someone maybe wants to look on this more than me. Feel free, but There you go. Let's move on to the last part of this video, which is going to be some actual gameplay. Alright, so here we are, the last section of this video. This is going to be a few gameplay with the prototype commentary, which again was going to be the original sequel of this video, but once the locked menu thing came to my attention, I actually ended up scrapping that video. And then actually I put this off for a while, but I really wanted to do this, so we want to check out the prototype commentary. We also want to see, is the Legend just as hard as retail as it is, on the prototype as it is in retail? Let's find out that as well. So we're going to go on Legend here. Now, for our sound options, like I said, the commentary even at max is really low, so I'm gonna turn music off, unfortunately, so rip SVR soundtrack, and then everything else minimum. So let's try that. I'm probably thinking maybe between 1 to 3 matches. I don't know. I guess, you know, the obvious thing is to do Maven and Luther Reigns, the stars of this prototype, so let's just do that, I guess. Which is kind of funny, because in this prototype, Maven has, like, his old moveset from, like, the Shut Your Mouth days, like a similar moveset, but in the retail, he actually has his, completed moveset with the backstabber he's using at the time and his unique taunt, so, pretty cool, so... I forgot Luther Reigns is way up here. Yep. Fortunately, I don't know how to bypass this. I could, like, switch arenas or possibly force them to unlock with cheats, but, I don't feel like doing that. Yes, there you go. Then with their placeholder rock menu pose, let's go ahead and try it out. So, I mean, I guess I should try to be quiet during this, but, you know, I'll probably talk over some of it. We'll see. I mean, if people want it, I could extract all the placeholder commentary and do a video like I did with the SVR. I don't really want to do it because, like, a lot of it is just, you know, them reading lines that are in the final game. Obviously, like I said, it's a placeholder for, like, King, Cole, Taz, JR, whatever to, you know, record over it. But, I don't know. If people want to see it, maybe I could do that in the future. But those videos are a lot of work, but I'm willing to do it if people want to see it. I mean, maybe I could be skipping entrances, too. I don't think Maven and Luther Reigns have unique commentary, so maybe I should have played as some other people. Maybe we'll do this match, 1 Divas match, and 1 match with the Superstars. How's that sound? But if this Legend is just as hard as retail, I'm probably going to turn it down, because the point of this video... Well, I can leave it up. It doesn't matter if I win or lose. We're just here to hear the commentary, so I'll just leave it. If we got some 06 rust or not. Alright, so there's Maven. Of course, like I said, if you haven't seen the part 1 of the exploring this prototype, definitely check it out to see more details on like character models, attires, and stuff like that.
Here we go, JR. I can't wait.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Alright, what's he gonna pick? I couldn't even see what he picked. Did he even pick anything?
So, JR, are you enjoying the match so far?
Yes, I am. I think these superstars are putting on one hell of an exhibition here tonight.
Hold on, JR. You might want to pay attention to this.
That went nowhere.
Alright, I think it already seems just as hard as retail.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted.
Just a minute, JR.
Oh my god.
What's going on down there?
Did you see that? Ring the damn bell. You can't let someone get away with that.
I don't think
No!
the ref saw it,
His incomplete
if the ref
moves.
doesn't see it, it's not illegal.
This should be illegal. Oh man, this game doesn't have a quick restart either. Luther Reigns is really missing moves. Alright. Hold on, I'll cut back.
That's it.
Alright, we're back. We're gonna face Steven Richards this time. Hopefully he has a complete moveset. Alright, what do you pick, my man? The stare down again? Oh.
So, JR, are you enjoying the match so far?
Yes, I am. I think these superstars are putting on one hell of an exhibition here tonight.
What's your favorite part of it so far?
I don't think it's happened yet. My favorite part of the match will be when you quit yapping and let me enjoy it.
Now, JR, keep your words soft and sweet, because you might have to eat them later.
Did the difficulty reset or something? Okay, there you go. He's reversing. Oh, big high angle backdrop.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes the WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to go the way they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You gotta keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
That's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know quite.
Hold on, JR. You might want to pay attention to this.
And it's been reversed.
I'm trying to be quiet for the commentary, but also I need to be talking a little bit. So yeah,
I'd ask you
again,
who you
just
wanna see
normal
win this
lines with
matchup, JR,
I'm assuming
but it's been pretty
developers.
obvious since the start of the show who you're pulling for.
I'm trying to remain as
And yeah, this seems just as hard as Retail Legend. Which is funny because I always talk about how I like challenges in the games,
come
but
on.
you know,
Everyone
06
knows
they
you play
went
favorites.
crazy
You're
with the
always trying to
AI.
kiss up to the fans by talking up whoever they're cheering for.
I've never been a kiss up in my life, King, which is more than I can say for some people.
Just a minute, JR. Something's going on down there.
Oh my
What a
gosh!
reversal.
What a Paul Burchill.
One.
Look at that. No
So yeah,
fear
Maven doesn't even
whatsoever.
have like his like
What an amazing superstar.
updated moveset in this build, which it is in the retail version if you activate his slot, which is cool.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
How about this?
What?
We haven't done
Have
this
you
in a
got
while.
both your contacts
Ah,
on, JR?
yeah.
It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well,
Okay, I do not want this to
why
end in
don't
a
you
count
advise
out.
the rest of us, King?
No way. Oh man, what are they doing now?
A textbook reversal there.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling they're
I was hoping to trigger some unique commentary, but I guess I should have picked some like actual bigger stars. And like I said, I don't think Maven had any cut commentary that I'm aware of. At least not in this build.
What the heck is a government?
But I haven't
review
gone
anyway?
through all of these, so I don't know. Maybe I should do that video. I don't know. We'll see. Honestly, if just one person says they want it, I'll probably end up doing it. I don't know when, because I kind of got some stuff on my schedule I gotta do first. But
reversal. Can he capitalize on it?
all right, Maven's cooking now, guys. Oh no!
I don't think I've ever seen a crazier superstar than Steven Richards, JR. And let me tell you, it's hard to beat a guy who's that unpredictable.
Well, we've seen Richard's unique state of mind work against him as much as it's worked for him, King.
Okay, never mind. We did get the unique superstar. We got Steven Richards. Let's go.
This is
Steven Richards.
But look what's happening.
This is great, JR. He's really letting his opponent have it.
I guess he is. But
All right, get that big momentum from that reversal. Some cheese, brother.
Counter that made it look easy.
I mean, I surprisingly have no body damage
You've
yet.
got to respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars.
Richards
to
is
their
loving them
careers.
chops, though.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage is a subject on which you have to be something of an authority.
Okay, there we go.
Isn't it, King?
Come on now, JR.
Wild man
Fans
not
just know
storing
what
right
you're
away.
doing.
People used to
JR.
make
Look
fun of me
what's
for this,
going
but
on here.
I love the
Excellent
buff,
challenge.
being able to like instantly kick out. It's like a nice safety net. Though I don't really need it right now because I have no limb damage. Just store it.
These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell here tonight.
All right, see if we can get
They've
this win
already
here.
got a pretty good start on that,
Nope.
JR.
Try again.
Indeed, King.
I got
JR.
Maven.
Something's happening.
German
Man, here it
suplex.
comes.
What a move. It's not hard to tell why that's his finisher, JR.
Oh, he won,
Surprise there.
brother.
Are you going to keep rambling on, or do you want to talk about the match?
He's not going to get caught with that one.
All right, how about some dirty grapples here? We're playing as dirty
Did you see
superstar. Let's go ahead and
Ring
get
the
that
damn
up.
bell. You can't let someone get away with that.
I don't think the ref saw it, JR. And if the ref doesn't see it, it's not illegal.
I don't know. Maybe this is a little bit easier than retail. And by the way, the game's like lagged there, so I missed my grapple. I don't know what that was about. I think that was an issue when
Oh,
we
there's no doubt about that,
again,
JR.
definitely check out
There's
part
no
1 for like
superstar
more like
in the SmackDown
gameplay and
roster
attire and
who
model
can
oriented
rise
stuff.
I wouldn't go
But
that
I do recall like it
Can we get
randomly
back to playing
freezing and
this match,
stuff. It's like a half-second freeze. Yeah, there it is again.
Done here, King.
One good submission can
Must
end
be
it,
some
JR.
optimization issues. Again, like this is like a prototype, obviously, so can expect stuff like that.
I've got to say, JR, I'm really impressed by what
Oh!
we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be? Hold it, King. Do you see what I'm seeing?
Should not have done that.
Obviously not feeling too threatened, JR.
And hold it, King.
My God.
Here.
Oh my gosh, look at all that blood. That's
Maven's
to
going
leave a
up.
mark.
What a
Maven's
brutal
going up.
match. The referee should step in.
Moonsault!
What are you, crazy? It's just getting good, JR.
Oh.
You're not going to get
Wow,
away with that
he's probably gonna kick out now because it didn't fully hit.
There's the pin.
one. 1, 2. Is that no? only
My
two.
God. You know what? Maybe we're gonna argue that, man. Okay, maybe not.
I've been looking forward to this match all night, JR. I can't believe it's finally underway.
Got no stamina, man. No, that OP grapple. A reversal, I mean.
No question about that, JR. The fans certainly seem to be into it. That's for sure.
Yeah, reversal game. There is no rust apparently.
There's the reversal.
Yeah, he's also low in stamina.
It looks like they slowed the match down a little, and I think that's some good strategy right there.
It
Stamina.
certainly is.
I mean, if I was playing as a clean superstar, I could cheese it with the dives. It's so OP,
Is
dude.
that why you always seem to be in such a hurry, JR?
I think I've eaten a little too much barbecue in my day to hurry anywhere, King.
These superstars are putting on a great match so far, JR.
Let's get back to the match if you don't mind.
He reversed it.
He reversed it. Okay, big. You get so much momentum from that
This has
strike
gone beyond
reversal.
being just a match, JR. I think these superstars generally hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors. That's for sure.
No, he's doing Jericho things. All right, barbecue ribs coming into play here. Maven's got a chance.
And you've got to admit, that
You know,
makes
I
for a
thought this
much
video
more
wasn't gonna be that
entertaining match,
long,
JR.
but with these, if I said 3 matches, then this could
Ring and leave it at that.
could be a while. I mean, I could put him away with the German suplex here. Let's go ahead and store that.
Telegraph that one.
We're gonna do the arm wrench, go behind.
Well, from the looks of things,
He reversed
it's
it.
not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
Well, I got so lucky with the reversals or the finishers before, but
That could go either way.
You know, JR, it's
Might have
obvious
to
that the
cheese
only
it here.
exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't
yeah, I
really
can't
much
dive
either,
cheese
King.
though. But I don't know. Maybe this is slightly easier than retail. I mean, it's hard to say. I probably should be facing someone like a little bit, you know, reverse the reversal. By the way, if you know, you know. I probably should be facing like someone a little bit more
This
high
match
tier
has
to
the
see,
potential
but
to be an instant classic, and I think these fans are too stupid to realize it.
How can you say that, King? How can you insult the intelligence of these WWE fans? King, I'm going
Maybe
to
some
stop you
taunts,
there.
I
Look at
guess.
this.
Look at him rubbing his opponent's face in it. I
could
love
try
it.
the pickup
Well, this
strat,
guy
I guess.
doesn't share your opinion. And quite frankly, I hope this comes back to bite him.
All right, we'll try that. See if this works.
He saw
Reverse
that
it.
one
Better store this here. The awkward beta store noise.
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
Could try
I'd like to see
possum
things from
pin,
your
but it's a little bit
perspective, JR,
risky.
But I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that that would be no easy feat.
Oh, it didn't even work. I gotta go behind.
So how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
I'd like to get back to calling the match, if that's okay with you.
You countered that one perfectly.
Oh no, I feel like I'm gonna be red here in a second.
How much more these superstars have in the tank.
Oh, he's out of stamina. With the extra long animation.
I think I know who's going to win this one, JR.
Oh, really? Enlighten us, King.
Wait a second.
Probably should
Why are
choose
you
like a
so eager to
special
hear my
match type or
prediction?
something next time.
Because I want to know who's going to win. And 9 times out of 10, it's not the superstar you pick.
Alright, screw it. Maven's going
Looks
up.
like someone's heading for the high rent district.
Maven!
Oh boy, here it comes.
I tried to do the Matrix. Yeah. Oh, I actually hit it. This could be it.
And there's the cover.
Why? He turned the tables on his.
Oh my god, would you look at that?
What?
That's it. The match is over.
Maven has done
Two
it.
things you have to avoid doing in a match, and having your shoulders touch the mat for 3 seconds is one of them.
And you know better than anyone how difficult that can be, King.
Absolutely, JR. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, you just can't kick out.
Alright, we're gonna do a special match type for some different commentary. I guess I'll stick to the 3-match rule. 1 Divas match and then another match with maybe some like higher tier guys. But yeah, let's just jump into it, I guess. But what match though? Actually, okay, I was gonna say make sure to save my settings, but the music's off. So, I mean, there's Fulfill Your Fantasy. By the way, I forgot if I mentioned this in part 1, but I'm pretty sure if you do any of these like matches, like all 6-man matches are grayed out, but there's some like 5-mans. I think the 5-mans also crashed the game too. How about a ladder match? Let's see if the AI is obsessed with grabbing the fatal 4-way ladder match. Oh wait, but the women can't do this. I guess we'll save this for the I'd have to port the code where you can bypass like women being in any match. God, that's so annoying. Let's see. Well, I guess the women's match could be the last one. Okay, fatal 4-way ladder match. Why not? I don't even know who to be for this, really. I'm gonna be Jericho. Let's just random, see what we get. Eddie, that sounds good. But I can't remember if his model works in this or not. Shelton, that's great. And how about... Like, I'm trying to think, like, in terms of, like, whose commentary would I want to hear, but... How about Rey Mysterio? I think I'm going to turn off entrances, because, like, that's not the point of this video, right? We just want to check out the commentary, so I'm just going to turn them off. Interference on. Crash the game on. Alright, so we're going to see if the computer's obsessed with grabbing the ladders, which, again, part 1, I played a lot more matches.
I can't wait.
Yep. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's...
So, JR, are you enjoying the match?
This legend feels slightly easier than retail, but that's something that's so hard to, like, pinpoint, you know?
What's going on here?
Line salt with leg.
This isn't going to be pretty.
There's the kick out. No surprise there. That went nowhere.
Good.
Boy, what an incredible competitor.
My god, the lag is real in this match. Oh, here we go. Y2J. Triangle drop kick. Love this move.
That's an easy claim to make, JR. Mysterio only weighs about 90 pounds soaking wet with a brick in each pocket.
Will you stop? He's 165 pounds and 5'6". He might be on the smaller end of the spectrum, but that doesn't diminish his ability.
If you say so, JR, I still think Mysterio should... Just a minute, JR. Something's going on down there.
And it's been reversed.
Man, I hate when the commentary gets interrupted. But, again, like you can see, it's just the same commentary with the devs reading it.
Every time he goes out there, he reminds me why he was the first ever undisputed champion and has held the Intercontinental title more times than any other superstar.
I don't know how you can say that, JR. I mean, sure, Jericho's gotten lucky a few times, but that's... Hold it, JR.
No, I want to hear that. Oh my, what is going on?
They're beating the hell out of each other on that ladder. What a reversal.
Check out Michael Cole with his messed up hand textures.
I think they might be running on fumes here.
Computer is having some troubles, by the way. I was trying to get a weapon or something.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
Oh,
I mean, I guess maybe I could have
what are
turned
they
off
doing
stamina,
now?
but it's too
I
late.
think someone's looking for a weapon under the ring. This could get ugly. We might...
Wait,
DDT!
what's going on there, JR?
Oh man, here it comes.
What a move. It's not hard to tell why that's his finisher, JR.
A textbook reversal there.
Almost there. This could be it, JR.
The walls of Jericho!
This matchup, JR, but it's been pretty obvious since the start of the show.
Just think of the good old days in my Jericho season playthrough.
Quite frankly, I'd rather see a good competitive matchup than see a particular superstar win or lose this thing.
Oh, come on. Everyone knows you play favorites. You're always...
Oh my god, would you look at that?
Whoever loses this fight is going to take a heck of a fall, JR.
A reversal. Can he capitalize on it?
I mean, I'm trying to push it over, but like this is just a cluster. My god.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going...
Hey, JR, take a look at this.
I don't care who you are. A few hits from a steel ladder will take all the fight out of you.
Was a ladder match a poor choice?
Shelton Benjamin's a perfect example of why I don't want to... Oh my gosh!
See if they should get me here.
This match is literally inches away
Oh,
from
yep.
being over. He countered that...
This is definitely a poor choice. I don't know why I did this.
This has turned into a real slobber knocker. 15 feet in the air. Oh, you're a scream, King. I'd love to see you try and say that to the Big Show's face.
If I could figure out a way to say it using only one-syllable words, I'd do it, JR.
They're talking about Big Show for some reason.
I'll never get over the size of the Big Show. 7 feet tall, 500 pounds. That's a whole lot of superstar right there. Excellent talent.
Wait, is there no animation for pushing it over? Is that what's going on there? I'm trying to figure out what's happening.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule anyway?
It's what you get beat like when you're in the middle of a slobber knocker, and if you don't have the guts to stick around, you might run like a scalded dog with a case of a limber tail.
Yeah, JR, but look what's going on here.
He's not going to get caught with that
I'm
one.
just clearing the board here.
I think the damage
Good.
has been done here, King.
One good submission can end this, JR.
was gonna say, is he actually gonna grab it? I'm just gonna go for it here.
Classic matchup, King. I'm so glad that
But the problem is Shelton's coming back in.
Yeah, and I'm happy that I'm seeing it too, JR.
Wait, look at that.
It's a long way down for whoever loses this fight, JR.
Let's see if they actually push it over now.
Slippery devil.
No, it seems like there's no animation or something, which is weird because, oh my, I'm getting exposed right now. Oh my god.
Get into the arena tonight, JR. He was supposed to take the 66 bus to get here, but he took
Or
the
the AI doesn't know what to do. I don't know.
Get your laughs in now, King. Because once Eugene wins this match, I don't think all the jokes in the world.
They're talking about Eugene now. I guess commentary's just messed up.
Oh my gosh, the title's within reach.
Honestly, if he wins, I would not care. Aw, damn.
I can't think of a superstar.
This is a massive mistake.
Are you going to keep rambling on, or do you want to talk about the match?
You're not going to get him with that one.
Okay, Ray is just spamming this move and I cannot reverse for
I
some
think
reason.
Shelton Benjamin's theme song says it all. I truly believe there's no stopping this phenomenon.
Whoa, what's going on here?
Whoever wins this fight might just win the match.
You've got to respect.
It's kind of funny though, because like, despite all of
dedication
06's
these superstars
flaws,
to
this
their
is still one of my favorite
careers.
games.
Can we get back to calling
But
this
yeah,
match
the AI
fair?
is definitely a problem in these like multi-man match, or not multi-man matches, but like ladders, TLCs and stuff. Like they're just obsessed with climbing and grabbing the ladder every 5 seconds.
There's the reverse. Wait, what's this, JR?
If he grabs that title, this one's
Here,
over.
I'll help you, Eddie. No, what are you doing?
These superstars are going to.
There you go. Honestly, go ahead and win, dude. I got
They've already
defense.
got a pretty good start. At
Okay.
that, JR.
Indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
All right, Sheldon, go ahead.
But at the same time, King, no one mixes it up.
No, I didn't mean to do that.
King, but look what's happening.
He reversed it. It's going to be a long way down for one of these two superstars.
It's a Guerrero family tradition, King. He's proud of it. And it's not something that Eddie tries to hide. You know exactly what to expect when... Hold it, King. Do you see what I'm seeing?
Wow, that ladder's like a battery ram, JR. He's got a hold of his opponent. What's he gonna do?
T-bone suplex.
Oh my god, wait. Sheldon ran out of stamina during the T-bone with the pin combo and glitched Eddie. Wow.
That one.
There's now a triple threat ladder match. Yo.
Look at
He's
this,
stuck.
JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting on a match?
Oh my
after
god. Hold on a second.
No disrespect intended to our SmackDown.
Glitch found, dude.
I can't, King. I truly believe...
Yo, I should have been a QA tester back in 2005, man.
And you hit the nail right on the head there, JR. The
So if you
dominant
run out
brand,
of stamina
not the slightly better
with a
brand,
pin
or the
combo
sort of
move, they get
superior brand.
glitched.
Absolutely not. I'm a raw man.
I mean, I love how I'm saying this, but like, who knows? I could have seen this in the original prototype video.
Boy, when you look at the...
Wait a second, JR. I think something big's about to happen.
Neither combatant can afford to lose this fight and fall to the mat.
He's almost got the title.
Oh no, they can't push over. So it's a problem with the AI. They just don't know how to push over or something. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
Everyone on Raw
But he
is
actually
at
did
least
it for
twice
once.
his size. They destroy him.
I highly doubt that, King. We've seen Rey Mysterio get in the ring.
I know where you're going, JR.
Yo, the
but
fact
look
that
at
Sheldon
this.
could glitch any one of us if he gets a finisher is pretty funny. If he glitches me, I'm probably just gonna quit because the match just can take too long. I mean, this was already a massive mistake.
Look at these superstars, JR. They're completely exhausted. This can't go on much longer.
Alright, go ahead. Oh, if I get up, play defense for him, I would. Don't get him. Yes. Yes, alright, thank God. I was gonna say, if this went on too long, I was about to cut this and just redo it with the Battle Royale, but okay, perfect. Hopefully this ladder match win animation actually plays. There you go. Rey Mysterio has done it. He's won the Walmart replica title. Turnbuckles are messed up. Can we get someone to check on Eddie, by the way? Unglitch him, please. So we'll just do one random Divas match, maybe like a Battle Royal or something, and then just call it there. Because, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, I guess the Fulfill Your Fantasy placeholder commentary could be funny. I guess let's do that. Again, I guess if people want to see all the commentary in like one video, just the audio ripped like I did some other games, I guess I could do it, but it would be like way down my priority list for sure. Alright. Alright, good job, Ray. Welcome back to the title screen. Alright, last match. I mean, there's a lot of, like, the bar brawl could have been good. I don't even remember if I tested all of these having, like, actual, models still, but, I mean, let's see. I guess I'm gonna pick Christy Hemme. That cursed Joy Giovanni render, though. Kinda weird how Tori doesn't have a render. Alright, please don't crash. Alright, we're good. Alright, let's see this placeholder comments here. I feel like I don't remember. I like previewed some in part 1, but I don't remember
Here we
which
go,
one.
JR. I can't wait.
Alright, here we go. This is the last part of the video, then we're gonna wrap up. I'd use that pillow-based offense.
So, JR, are you...
Hold it, King. What's going on here?
Some of my favorite movies start out like this, JR.
Oh my god, I don't remember that line. Oh my god.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted.
Oh yeah, the
just
pillows
watching
get glitch on their hand. I remember that.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes the WWE superstars really are. Hold on, JR. You might want to pay attention to this.
That went nowhere.
Permanent pillow.
I'd ask you who you want to see win this matchup, JR, but it's been pretty obvious since the start of the show who you're pulling for.
I'm trying to remain as objective as I can, King. Quite frankly, I'd rather see a good, competitive matchup than see a particular superstar win.
Oh my god, 2 pillows?
Oh, come on. Everyone knows you play favorites. You're always trying to kiss up to the fans by talking up whoever they're cheering for. Hold it, JR. Something's happening.
What a shot from that, feather pillow. And it's been reversed.
That might be my favorite line. That, feather pillow.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
Oh no,
What?
please.
Have you got both your contacts in one eye?
Oh my god, would you look at that?
Legend computer, please!
JR, we might get to see
Well, how am I
some
outmatching the Legend computer? I guess because I'm not really that damaged, but... I'm sorry, prototype Legend computer.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling that...
Just a minute, JR. Something's going on down there.
What a reversal.
Oh no, she's trying to do what I was trying to do to her now!
A naughty diva.
Okay, is the computer gonna get all 3 of these?
This is a
Yo!
I'm so glad the WWE fans are getting a chance to see it.
Yeah, and I'm
Oh, she
happy that
actually
I'm
missed.
seeing it too, JR. I just wish they'd pick up the pace a little.
Yeah, pick up the pace. This needs to be a good technical
Wait, look at
matchup.
that.
The
Oh,
feathers
no.
are flying now, JR. I can barely make out what's happening.
No, shoving a pillow in my face!
A textbook reversal there.
So Tori's going crazy right now. Problem is if I lose, I'm going to have to play another match because I always like to end in a
Respect the
win.
commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
Actually, it doesn't really matter
No
for
question
this.
about it, King. Every superstar on the roster
Oh, advanced strat? Oh, I was too slow though. I never thought to ever do that. That
really is
corner
like being ready to
down
career.
grapple
There's
into
not much room
the
for
bed.
anything
I never
else.
really thought to ever do that.
subject on which you happen to be something of authority.
Tori's reversing
Come
everything
on now,
though.
JR. Man doesn't know what true happiness is until he's married. Oh man, what are they doing now?
A reversal.
Alright, come here, give me that top.
Capitalize on-
Wait,
Give me that
what's
top!
going on there, JR?
There she goes. She's got a hold of that top.
Woohoo, puppies!
These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell here tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
Yo, the bar is
They have
actually
to be,
even.
King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match. Hey, JR, take a look at this.
He countered that and made it look easy.
Okay, I think
Look
the
at
AI
this,
just
JR.
broke or something. It doesn't know what to do.
SmackDown putting on a match half as good as this.
No disrespect intended to our SmackDown colleagues.
That beta neutral grapple though, where they just like freeze.
Raw's dominant brand.
Oh my
Let's
gosh,
try it.
look at that.
Looks like
Yo, the
she's
bar is
got
huge though.
secondary action here.
Oh, never mind. No, it's not. No way I get this first try.
That's it.
Yo!
The match is over. Whew.
First try in like a long time? That's crazy actually. Oh, it's over. Is that how we're ending the video? Oh my god. Yeah, I was gonna say because in the event editor there isn't a. I don't think there's a Fulfill Your Fantasy win animation in the game yet. So that explains that. But I know I played that in the first video, but that's kind of crazy how I hit that first try. That's actually insane. I guess put on the music and let's wrap up here. Bring it back. Alright, so that was essentially part 2 of the SVR06 July 23rd, 05 prototype. Again, this video is a long time coming because originally I wanted to do a follow-up sequel with the prototype commentary, but I think at one point I was starting to work on it, scrapped it once I figured out about this menu thing. Again, if you want to figure out how to access these locked menus, I will have the code in the description. Again, credit goes to 47 is cool for this code. Very cool. My favorite things was seeing that there was going to be a tutorial mode with the Tough Enough trophy being the reward. I thought that was interesting. You know, the soundtrack setup was interesting as well. Being able to access the event preview tool was nice for modding as well. But that's going to be it. I think that's probably going to be the last coverage on this specific build of SVR06, because I think that's pretty much everything I would want to. Again, I always say, though, you never know. Maybe something else comes up and I want to revisit these, which is the case sometimes, which it is the case in this video you're watching right now. So that does happen for sure. And, of course, anytime maybe some new or some, like, older, like, prototypes, you know, become public that I can dig through. Those are always exciting. So if those ever happen, I'll be here. I'll go through them. And if you guys maybe see something here I didn't cover, or maybe something you want to point out, feel free to let me know in the comments. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me. So if you check this out, thanks for watching. This video was a long time coming. I know I initially covered this a few years back when this came out, which was a big deal at the time when it came out. Obviously, when like Luther Reigns and Maven were, you know, public, and now we can use them in like projects and like add them to the retail game and stuff, which is great. But hopefully we see more of this stuff in the future for some of the games. But that's gonna be it for me on this prototype. So thanks for watching, and I'm out.